Okay, I'm so nervous. Well, welcome to my first YouTube video. Oh man, I'm just rambling right here. Primed my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish More Than Primer. And now I'm grabbing the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser by Maybelline. That stuff is so good. Oh my goodness. I will not be doing voiceovers in my future videos. I fucked up in the first one, so please excuse me. I sure do take my time, don't I? Wow. I'm gonna be filming another video today, and then I'm gonna upload this one first, and then probably upload that one later. So I'm probably not gonna keep this voiceover, and if I do, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, now I'm gonna be going in with concealer, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Jesus, I'm just blah blah blahing. Oh, I'm not doing concealer. I'm doing the Wet n Wild Cover All color correcting palette. That palette's pretty good. It's really good for if you have like acne and you popped a pimple and it's really gross and you just want to cover that, and it helps your foundation be a lot less textured. You know, you know what I mean. Cover that little buddy up. I hate it because this voiceover is going to be so awkward. The video wasn't even this bad. Like, why is a voiceover so much more difficult for me? I don't know. I promise I won't always be this awkward, guys, I swear. Why am I so slow? Get with it, girl. When I first filmed this video, I was not prepared. I just kind of went for it and was like, fuck it all. Okay, now I'm going in with concealer. That concealer is the Super Stay Better Skin by Maybelline. And it's in shade Ivory, which is 10, and that's the lightest shade they have, which is really disappointing because I'm a pale ass bitch and I need some really white concealer. Covering up those bags. I also prime my lids with concealer because I don't have actual eyelid primer, which I need to invest in, but you know, I make it work with what I got. Going in with a little sponge I got at Walmart. I wish I remembered the name of those sponges. They're really good. I want to say it's like a Real Techniques sponge, but I don't even think Real Techniques is sold at Walmart, so blending my life away. Blend, blend, blend. Oh, and this concealer, you really need to be careful because it dries. If you ever use this, you need to be careful because it dries really quick. Usually I only do half of my face at a time, so that way you're not left with a big old mess. Oh god, I'm such a mess. Let's see. I don't even know what I was rambling about here. Blend, blend, blend. Get with it, honey. Why are you taking so long? Self-criticism is important, but only to a healthy extent. Okay, now I'm going in with the Infallible L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And I used shade Classic Ivory, which is 101. I really like that foundation. Definitely recommend for a drugstore foundation if you're looking for one. Why am I talking shit on... I can just tell my facial expression is so, like... Oh, man. I mixed it with, the Wet n Wild Cover All foundation because I still had a little bit of a tan from over the summer whenever I filmed this. Yeah, it doesn't look like I had a tan, but trust me, that's a tan. The shade that I mixed it with was the Fair and Light 816 by Wet n Wild. And I just mixed it on my beauty blender and then dotted it around my face. Blend, blend, blend. Beat that face to death. What am I rambling about? Why am I like this, man? I ended up speeding this part up, which you'll see in a second. And even when I speeded it up, I still ended up taking like forever. I just like to make sure it's all blended. You know, I hate having, as goopy foundation is disgusting. You would just want to really make sure that you get that shit in there. There we go. I think this video took me like 3 hours to film. And the reason why is because I kept doing, like, I did one eye on camera and then I did one eye off camera. And it just ended up taking forever. I usually only take like an hour and a half to do all my makeup, but now I'm going to be setting my under eyes with the e.l.f. under eye setting powder. That shit is like $4, and I was like, girl, like, I don't even know, it doesn't even say what the net weight is on the component, but I know it's not worth $4. Like, come on, e.l.f. You're one of the cheapest drugstore brands out there, and you're trying to give me a setting powder for $4. I don't know, I was really disappointed. I was like, damn. It says that it's an under eye setting powder, but I used it to set everywhere that I put concealer. I really hate doing voiceovers because I sound so monotone right now, like, and in the video, like, if you watch me talk and then, like, you know, like, you watch me speak and stuff and you actually hear it coming out of my mouth, it doesn't sound so bad. But right now, I just sound so disinterested, and I promise I'm not. I'm really looking forward to uploading this video and just doing makeup online, which is, like, a really big step for me and for anybody. Now I'm going to be powdering my whole face with the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible powder, which is just like the foundation, except in powder form. And the brush I'm going to use is a City and Color Collection brush, and I think the brush is CCF01. I got it in a Fingerhut catalog for Christmas last year, so I have no clue if you can still buy those. But it's been a great brush. I bought a whole little pack. Powdering my entire face to make sure that everything is set in place. I look like a little ghost right now. Thank God for bronzer. Oh man. I always take some powder and drag it down my neck just to make sure everything matches perfectly. Now I'm going to be setting my face with the Master Fix Maybelline Wear Boosting Setting Spray. That setting spray is great. I live by it. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And now I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. If you haven't heard of this palette, where have you been? It's the most beautiful thing on this earth. The brush I'm using is a Wet n Wild fluffy brush. Okay. Wet n Wild has the best brushes I have ever seen and used, and just like, I've never had the chance to use a Morphe brush because those are like really, really out of my league expensive, but the Wet n Wild ones are like heavenly. Like, they just blend so well, and they're so soft, and I've had this one for like almost 2 years now, and it is still being such a trooper. I'm going to lay down a white shade. I'm going to do Tempera. Please forgive me if I pronounce these shade names wrong. I'm just going to be sweeping that all over my lid to set my concealer and everything and just get a good transition shade down. And now I'm dipping into Golden Ochre. So like I said, I'm going to be filming another video today, and I think the one I filmed today is actually going to be the one that I upload first. I just don't want this one to be my first one because it was such a mess, and I don't want the wrong impression. You know, I'm a super, I really like to have good first impressions on people, so... And now I'm dipping into raw sienna and blending that into my crease as our first crease transition color. But yeah, I think I'll upload this video eventually, probably my second video. I just want my first video to be a lot better than this one and not have to do a voiceover and, you know, just all that. Because I feel like people are going to see this and be like, what the fuck is she? What is she doing? I mean, you know, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks, but, you know, I care about what I think. That's what's really important. So, right here, my camera died, and, so I just ended up doing the same look, like where I got in the last video, and then recording this one the next day. That's when my hair is dry and not wet. And now I'm dipping into burnt orange. I'm going to be putting that deeper into my crease. And that brush I'm using is another Wet n Wild brush. It's the crease brush. And you can literally find their brushes for $1 at Dollar Tree, and do not miss out on that opportunity. I'm telling you, they are godly. I love them so much. They have been with me through everything. They're so good. Don't doubt them. Now I'm just taking that fluffy brush and blending everything back out, making sure that we're all good and clean. Clean, no harsh lines, clean blending. Oh man. Okay, and this part I'm talking shit on the Modern Renaissance palette because everybody was you know, saying how the Subculture palette was so bad, and I'm like, have you tried the Modern Renaissance palette? Like, the fallout is almost, not quite, but almost just as bad. They almost blend just as bad. And I'm like, you know, the Subculture palette, that thing was like, I mean, it was a mess, but how can you talk shit on it and then say that the Modern Renaissance one is really good? You know, be honest with yourself. Come on now. So I was really spilling the tea there. Oh man. I'm still blending with that fluffy brush. Blend my life away. Doop boop doop boop. Am I talking shit again? I need to freaking stop. Control yourself, Katie. Now I'm dipping into, oh, I love that color. Realger, I think is how you pronounce it. The color is so beautiful. This whole palette's incredible. I mean, I love the Modern Renaissance palette, don't get me wrong. I just didn't really understand why everyone was being so shady to the Subculture palette when the Modern Renaissance is almost just as bad. Like, you know, it's dealable. You can deal with it, but I was pissed. Oh well. Then I just dipped into Realger with my pinky and put it all over my lid because I don't have a really good packing brush. For some reason my finger always works a lot better than an actual packing brush does, so. Then I'm going back in and blending all that out. I think I dipped back into golden ochre and was just blending out the edges. Still blending my life away. This is what takes girls so long in the morning. It's not even, like, the fact that we do makeup, it doesn't take a long time. It's all the blending, guys. It's bad. I mean, it's not bad, I love it, but it's very time consuming. I was trying to figure out what else I wanted to add. I'm dipping into, ooh. I think I'm dipping into, Cypress Umber, I think that's how you pronounce it, and I'm going in on my lower lash line with a flat packer brush. I always use those for the lash line. I never use them to pack with because I don't know. And I think I ended up mixing red ochre with that color. Girl, you have enough. Why are you adding more? What was I thinking here? I mean, I'm gonna blend it so it doesn't matter, but damn. Chill. Okay. Now I'm gonna blend it with that same fluffy brush. Get it really smoky. Now I'm going in with a crease brush by e.l.f. It's really good for like your inner corner or the very outer crease of your lid. And I'm dipping into Primavera. I'm going to be putting that on my inner corner and my brow bone. And then I'm going to wet the brush with some setting spray, even though you don't need to because this color is already crazy blinding. But I really like a really intense inner corner, so I always wet my brush. Now I'm just making sure everything's all blended together with that same Wet n Wild fluffy brush. Okay, so here's what happened. I was gonna do a wing on camera, but the camera died again, so I went ahead and did a wing off camera with some e.l.f. Liquid liner, and then I went in with mascara with the Rimmel London Scandalize Retro Glam mascara. And that mascara is a really good dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love that mascara so much. What am I doing here? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay. I was gonna add some glitter to my lower lash line. And all I did to do that was I just wetted a Q-tip like you saw right there, and then I'm just gonna dip into the glitter. I have no clue what the name of that glitter is. I've had that glitter since I was like 10. It has no name on it or anything, so I'm so sorry. Okay, I think this was me apologizing for not doing my eyebrows on camera because I know how much everyone likes my eyebrows. I'm gonna do a completely different video for eyebrows, so don't worry, that's gonna be coming. So I went ahead and did my eyebrows, and then I did my other eye off camera, and then I did some lashes, and the lashes that I'm wearing are the Kiss lashes in Ritzy, and they're my favorite lashes ever. I've had them for a long time. Well, not very long, because I haven't been doing lashes for very long, but you know. You can get them at Walmart, they're like $2. And now I'm going to contour with the Contour Pro Fusion kit. I got that little kit, well, it's actually a really big kit. I got it at Ross, so I don't know if they still have it, but it's really good. And the big fluffy, oh god, why am I such a stutterer? The big fluffy fan brush that I'm using is from Vander, and it's pretty good. I've had to glue it back together twice, but the actual bristles are really good. You know, they apply your makeup well. I'm going to be going in with that middle shade. They don't have names, so it's a contour and highlighting palette. It's really good. The brushes that it came with are really shitty. I don't use them, but the actual product is great. Anyway, back to the brushes though. Those Vander brushes, like the one that I'm using, you can get those off eBay in a whole pack of like, I think there's like 35 or 40 brushes in there. They're not the best, but they're only $11, and if you're wanting to just like get started on makeup, that's a great pack of brushes to get, so just a little heads up there. Bronzing up my forehead. Looking snatched. Who is she? If it wasn't for the hair, I probably wouldn't even recognize myself after I did my makeup. Oh my god. A different person, honestly. I'm gonna blend that contour, don't worry. I know it looks really muddy. I'm adding more contour, and I don't know what I was thinking because there was quite enough on there already. But oh well. When it comes to makeup, I don't know my limit at all. I don't know my limit with a lot of things, but makeup really is a bad one for me. Okay, that cute little brush set is called, I think it's called Royal Langnickel. The name is so strange. I got it at Walmart for like $16 that whole pack, and they are like better than some of the really high-end brushes. They're great. I'm just gonna be blending my contour with that brush. What am I talking about here? Just rambling on. I think I'm going to soften my contour now with that same powder that I set my face with. Using that same brush. Now I'm going to be doing highlighter. I'm going to be using the highlighter out of that same Profusion palette. I'm going to be using a little Vander highlighting brush, fan brush for that. The bristles on that thing are really wild right now. With this highlighter, I usually go in with it dry and then I wet the brush because it makes a really big difference. I really wish you could see that on camera because it's not as shitty as it looks. Now I'm going to wet the brush and go in all the same places that I already did because I'm extra and I just like to be blinding. That brush is coated. That poor brush. That's why the bristles are so broken because oh man. You can kind of see it on camera, not much though. I was pretty proud of that look. Now I'm going to do my lips and I'm going to be going in with some NYX. What is it called? Oh, the Liquid Suede. And I think it's in the shade Solace. I didn't think they had shade names, but then I looked on the side of it and it literally says it right there, so. It's in shade Solace. Those are so cute. They're so good. I love NYX so much, especially their lips. They're great. I love them. And that one smells like root beer, in my opinion. The concentration while I'm doing my lipstick is so real. I mess up so easily because I have really shaky hands, so like, I just have to be really careful. These dry down matte eventually, but they're pretty comfortable. I messed up a little bit, so I'm going in with a little Q-tip. I'm adding one more coat. I cracked myself up. Oh god. Okay, now I'm gonna set my whole face with that same setting spray from Maybelline, the Master Fix. I put on a lot. I'm surprised I didn't put on more than that. Wow. Just going back in with my sponge and making sure everything's blended. And that's the end of this video. Oh man. I'm sorry I was so awkward, guys. I really apologize for this awful voiceover. It will not be like this next time. I'll actually be talking to you and, you know, like, hopefully I won't fuck it up. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what I'm rambling about on that right now. I'm gonna go film another video and probably upload that one first before this one. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and